uh, a lot of us, we fall in love, and that's the problem. We fall in love, and it all kind of goes downhill from there. Maybe it's, yeah, I mean, we all have those books and movies and songs that we just love, and we take them in again and again because they just do so much for us. We if you're a business owner, maybe you see what the competition is doing, and you wish you had thought of it first. And you hate it, but in a way, you kind of love what they're doing because you want to do the same thing. And so we take a look at, what's in the pop culture that we like. We take a look at what our competitors are doing that we like, and we fall in love with it. And as a result, we kind of, we belittle the stuff that we're doing. We belittle the stuff that we're making. And comparison becomes the thief of joy, where it doesn't matter what you have or what you're thinking or what your story is or what what you want to share. It doesn't matter because you have all these other things out here that have the attention of, hundreds of thousands or millions of people, and it's not yours. So yours just isn't that great. And this is kind of the first thing I end up having to break through with anybody I work with, is getting through this idea that their stuff just it isn't as good. They're not as confident in their own ideas because right now their ideas are very raw and fresh, but the stuff that they love has been polished and worked on forever by teams of people who have been doing this stuff for decades. So obviously, your rough draft isn't going to look like the final version of whatever else, somebody else is doing. So we get through that, and I try to install this idea that there are, 8 billion-ish people in this world, and every single one of us has a completely different perspective, has a completely different way of looking at things, of processing things, of thinking about the world. And every one of us carries this distortion, and that is what makes our story unique and interesting and worth loving. So own that distortion. That's where that's where my entire teaching philosophy kind of lies, is in understanding that it's not that your story doesn't matter. It's just that you have to find a way to adjust the frequency so that other people can understand what they're listening to or what they're reading. So we work on all this stuff in various different ways. Every client is a little bit different. Every person I coach is a little bit different. They're coming from a different perspective. They've learned different things, and we create a one-on-one curriculum for them. And then one day it's like I just realize I have all this stuff, and everything is valuable to somebody in some way. So I put it all together in this course, and that's what this course is. Own Your Distortion is learning materials and just tools and prompts and things to think about and ways to go about your writing practice and developing yourself as a storyteller, so that you can find a way to take your story and have that story be the thing that other people can fall in love with, the thing that others can get stuck on because they're comparing their stuff to yours. Turning that lens around, shifting the focus a little bit. So that's owning your distortion. That's the course. It's not even a course. It's an invitation to my workshop, to seeing the ways I develop ideas, and the ways I practice with writing, and the ways I teach other people how to embrace their writing practice, embrace the writing life. It's all in here. And, I set it up to be lifetime access because it's going to change. I'm going to learn new things that I'm going to want to share. And all of that is just here for as long as electricity keeps flowing. So yeah, let's own your distortion. Let's figure out what it is, and let's find a way to share it with those that matter.